Welcome to the 5th episode. Wait, let me just turn this camera off because somehow it got dirty. But hi, welcome to the very 5th episode of Tweendom. I feel like it's been going by really fast. Like this entire Tweendom saga has been going by really quick. It does not feel like it's been 5 weeks. But thank you for those of you who have been tuning in since day one. And for those of you whose first time it is to Tweendom, hi, welcome to Tweendom, the talk show for the kids, the teens, and everyone in between. I really hope that you will enjoy, and I know you will, because today is going to be a really exciting episode. So first up, we have the amazing Alexandra Buckingham, who is actually one of my friends. This is actually going to be the very first time that we are doing a segment that I call Friends Got Talent, which is where some of my best friends actually are going to come on the show and share a little bit with the stuff that they have been doing, because I want to include them, because I mean, they're like my ride or dies. I kind of got to have them on here. So she's an award-winning artist for the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'm not going to say too much about that because I want her to explain a little bit to you what's been going on. And then next, I have the amazing Tamia Hawkins, who actually runs a business called Mia's Treats Delight. And I don't want to say too much about that either, but because I kind of want her to say that during her segment, but I know that you guys will enjoy it. So I'm going to see if I can actually let in our very first guest. So let me see if I can let her in. Let me see. It says it's loading, so I'm going to give it just a second. Okay. Hi, Alex. Can you hear me? It may be on mute, so let me check, because I know that happens a lot, actually. Yeah, it says that you're on mute.
Sorry, I still had to connect to the audio.
Oh, it's okay. We can hear you. Hi. Hey, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I've been doing pretty okay. I mean, we're in quarantine, so I guess that kind of make it a little bit, influence it a little bit. But I haven't seen you in person since we got out of school. For those of you,
I know, right? It's been months.
Yeah, and this is the second month now. For those of you who don't know, me and Alex have been going to school together for maybe 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. Preschool.
Yep, since preschool. So she's definitely one of my ride or dies. So I brought Alexandra on this show because she is doing an amazing thing. She's doing amazing things all the time. But specifically, she's an amazing artist and she does drawings all the time. But recently, one of hers just got noticed in the amazing Chicago Sun-Times. So Alex, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So the Sun-Times is doing this competition. I think it's seasonal. It's called the Imagination Project. And for the first round, actually, it was our art teacher who posted it on Google Classroom. And that's how I found out about it originally. Otherwise, I would have had no idea about it. But anyway, so I decided to enter that. And I didn't think the drawing was actually going to make it too far. I actually have it on me. Should I show it?
Yeah, you can show it.
Okay. Here is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but here is what I drew. I actually took a little bit of inspiration from one of the songs I downloaded. If you can tell, there's a quote in the background. It says, "Scars come with living," and that's the name of the song. So I figured that would be really good for the drawing, and the theme is brighter days, so it kind of automatically clicks. And so, like I said, I didn't think it would make it too far, but then about a week later, Mom got a call from one of the representatives saying I was a finalist. I flipped out. And that Thursday, my mom got a link, and it was the online version of the article, and my art happened to be in it, which I really did not see coming since we're quarantined and all. Yeah. But it was a really cool experience.
That's amazing. I remember when you texted me, and then afterwards you sent me the link, and I was like, oh my God, she's in the Sun-Times. So that was really, really cool. So I know for a fact that you have been drawing a long time, even just before this. Would you like to tell everybody about how long you've been drawing, your art style, kind of what you like to do with that?
Well, if you want to go all the way back to when I started art, we'd have to take you back to when I was 3. See, my parents have told me before that when I was little, we had this easel in our basement, and I would just like to turn on music and paint for hours. I would just be doing abstract paintings left and right, and my dad still has some of them because he's sentimental like that. But when I was about 5, this girl at my church, who was also a really good artist, had been showing me some of her drawings, and I was like, wow, I really want to learn how to do that. And so I kind of taught myself in a sense. I just kept practicing and practicing. And so that took course for about 7 years. I've had some major art style changes since then.
Yeah.
This school year alone, I've changed it like 3 or 4 times. But it took me a lot of practice to get to where I am, and I do not regret it at all.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I know that you've even been doing, and you sent me some of this, a little comic book. And I know.
Oh, yes, I have been doing that.
Yeah, would you like to tell them a little bit about it?
So there's this facility close to my house. It's housed by the Vanderpool Association, and they have a cartooning class. So this is my 2nd year doing that. And every year they publish a booklet of all different mini comics that students in that class have done over the session. I don't have it with me right now. I wish I could show some of the pages to you guys, but
Yeah.
It's been really fun. And it's hard to believe it's even been 2 years.
Yeah, and I think that it's so amazing. So one thing that I actually want to do, if you're okay with it, if I could actually, I know on Inspired Melanin's page, we love like promoting like different people who are doing inspiring and amazing things. So I would love if we could post some pages of your comic book on there. So would you be okay with that?
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because I remember reading it and I was so intrigued, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? Like I was like, drawn to the character. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
The one problem with that comic, though, is that I set it in July 2020, which in hindsight, huge mistake.
But you know what? It's fine because it's all up to our imaginations anyway. And we never know. Maybe life will be like that in July 2020. I mean, we just
maybe. Let's hope so.
Yeah, we'll see after that, you know?
Right.
So I'm also going to see if I can show them again up close your amazing piece of artwork, because it was amazing, Alexandra.
Thank
it was
you.
amazing. And I was in love with it. So I'm going to see if I can actually show them a full copy through screen share. So I'm going to try and figure that out. So just bear with me here and give me 1 second. Okay. So I believe you guys can see it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's her art, and it's really amazing. And when I originally saw this, I was like, I wonder what inspired her to do that. And now I know that it's from a song. So what specific song is that again? I know it's the title.
Okay, the song is Scars, and then Come With Living in Parentheses. It's by Toby Mac. You can just find it on YouTube. Google search works. It's really easy to find.
Yeah, I mean, it's the internet. Am I right?
Right.
Okay, so that is her amazing artwork. So I'm going to look on my phone, and any of you guys who may want to ask Alexandra any questions about her artwork or her future in art, feel free to ask. It may be a little bit of a delay because I know that the Zoom meeting and then the live stream can delay sometimes. So yeah. I'm gonna look on YouTube first and see what I can find, if my phone will stop acting weird. Okay. Oh, my dad wanted me to tell you that he's so proud of you.
Thank you, Mr. Kelley. I appreciate that.
And everyone on here is just complimenting about like how beautiful that the artwork is. And I mean, I just gotta agree with that, you know.
Thank you.
Okay. So one question was, Alex, do you want to pursue a career in art?
Well, I'm only 12, so there are a bunch of choices out there that I can pick from. But judging by where this is going, I think that art is definitely going to become a larger part of my life as time goes on.
Yeah,
but
for
I'm not
sure.
really sure what career I want to pursue just yet. So it depends.
Okay, so the next question is, what's your favorite type of characters to draw?
Just people. I do portraits sometimes of actual people. Other times I just draw characters from my imagination, like the comic you were talking about.
Yeah.
So it just depends on where my mood is.
Because I know that, and like you said earlier, like your art style has switched up like a good 3 to 4 times in just this year alone.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and also I had a question for you.
Okay.
How has your art style differed, would you say? Like, did you go, like, what type of art style did you switch?
Okay, so we have a lot of phases to cut through. So when I first started drawing by hand, originally I was really into MLP, so I was doing a lot of fan art for that. I also was drawing like princesses, that kind of thing, because I was still in that phase when I was younger. Then I really started thinking about like different characters that I wanted to draw. So I went into character design, and that's lasted me for a good while. I started drawing with the anime style not long ago, but I kind of fell out of that. And currently, my art style, I did a little mini portrait just to sample out. My art style currently looks something like this.
Ooh,
That's a
that is
self-portrait.
yeah, it looks exactly like you, actually, especially like how
Thank
your hair.
you.
Thank you so much for being on the show with me, Alex. It means so much to me.
You're welcome. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Oh, there's one last question.
Okay.
That one last question. So it says, will you ever take formal art classes? Have you ever researched artists from the past? And if so, who do you like?
I don't really research on past artists. I just kind of stay in the present with where I am. But I haven't really taken too many formal art classes, although there are a couple of camps that I've been to, like the one for the Vanderpool Art Association. I took one at the Art Institute one time, like a couple summers ago, 3rd or 4th grade. That's pretty much it I can recall off the top of my head, but good question.
Yeah. So once again, thank you so much for being on the show with me. It means so much. And I love your artwork. And I was so, like, you can't even imagine the scream, the happy scream that came out of my mouth when I saw that you were in the sunshine. Like, it was insanely loud. So thank you so much for being on the show with me. And I will
Thanks again
you.
for having me.
No problem. Thank you so much. And everybody, make sure to also go check out the Chicago Sun-Times to see Alexandra. I'm trying to make it the direction of where you are. All right. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. See ya.
All right. Bye. Okay. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed that little snippet from Alexandra about her amazing artwork. And also remember that after this show, I will publish her comic book on Inspiring Melanin's platforms, which I will repeat again at the end of the episode in case you may forget. So now I'm going to let in our amazing next guest, Tamia Hawkins. She actually has her own business that I'm going to allow her to talk about. And we're going to learn a little bit about entrepreneurship tonight. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I'm going to see. Okay. Says she's joining. Hi, can you hear me? I think it's maybe on mute. So I'm going to see. Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I mean, yeah, being stuck at home isn't the best thing, but I'm kind of hanging in there.
Yeah. Thank
you. Yeah, so I'm so excited that I get to have you on the show today. I think that it is very amazing, everything that you are doing. So would you like to explain to our audience a little bit about what exactly it is that you do?
Okay, so I'm just going to give my whole introduction. So my name is Tamia Coleman Hawkins. I'm 13 years old, and I'm the founder and CEO of Mia's Streets Delight. So with Mia's Streets Delight, I bake cookies, cupcakes, and brownies all from scratch. And then I also use my business to do philanthropy work. So in the future, I will be hosting cupcake decorating classes. And for every person that signs up, they will be giving a homeless child the opportunity to take my classes too, so they can have that experience.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. So what exactly inspired you to start Mia Streets Delight? What exactly was the main spark in your head for you to create that?
So when I learned how to bake from my grandma when I was 4 years old. And then also my mom's been telling me all my life to be my own boss when I became an adult. But when I was 8 years old in third grade, I went to a gifted school in addition to the actual elementary school that I went to, called Galactic. And they had a economics class that you could sign up for. And so I signed up for that class, and basically they just taught us how to run a business, manage money, all that stuff. And then after that class was over that night, I walked up to my mom and told her that I didn't want to wait until I was adult to start my own business and that I wanted to start it then.
That's amazing. Yeah. And especially being a young entrepreneur now in this day and age, how have you grown from it? What exactly were the key steps to starting your own business?
Actually, when I told my mom that I wanted to start, I kind of actually started that day. So me and my mom, we had no idea what we were doing. We just went to the store, bought some stuff. We bought some stuff from the store so I can make chocolate cupcakes. And then I made those cupcakes and I sold them that night.
Wow.
And then it just started from there.
Yeah, that was crazy fast.
Yeah.
So I know that being a young entrepreneur, it's something actually lots of people want to do more than people actually know. So what are some tips that you have for people that are kids that may want to start their own business?
Really just believe in yourself. Know that there are no limits. People say the sky is the limit, but I don't really believe in that. For me, there is no limit. So you can go into space and beyond. So know that there is no limitations to what you can do. Believe in yourself and don't listen to anybody that tells you that you can't do it. Oh, you're too young, something like that. Because obviously, you're not. I started when I was 8. I have a lot of friends that started around that age, and I know people who were younger than me, who are younger than me, that run their own business. So
yeah, I hope that everyone was able to hear that because that was some amazing advice. So remember that. Even rewind if you have to, because that was some amazing advice for anyone who needs it. So I know that you sell cookies, cupcakes, and brownies, you said? Okay, what specific flavors do you sell for all those people who may be wondering who want to buy from you?
So with cookies, I have 13 different flavors, which consist of course, chocolate chip pecan, turtle, cookies and cream, chocolate chip pecan, cranberry, macadamia nut cranberry, macadamia nut white chocolate, and a whole bunch of different stuff like that.
Wow.
For cupcakes, I have strawberry, salted caramel, yellow, and chocolate, and then marble, which is just yellow and then chocolate mixed together into the same cupcake. Brownies, I have all my brownies come with chocolate chips in them. So I have chocolate chip brownies, chocolate chip pecan, Heath, Snickers, and I believe there may be one or two others. And yeah.
That is a lot, and that kind of just made my mouth water a little bit. So I know that you had mentioned that you were hosting cupcake classes and cupcake making classes, of course, when all of this starts to go down. And how exactly you said that for every registry, like kind of a student applying for the class will help a homeless kid be able to join the class and learn how to bake. So how exactly did you start the idea for that, and how exactly are you going to move forward with it?
So for as long as I can remember, when I was really little, my mom would take me out downtown with her to pass out food and clothes to homeless. Um, so I've grown up giving back to the community, like doing good. So basically, when I started my business, I didn't even start my business because I would be able to earn money. I started my business so I'd be able to make a bigger impact on my community, inspire kids, boys and girls, little kids, teenagers, whatever age, to dream big. And also, I wanted to help my community, like all the homeless. I wanted to help end homelessness. Um, so when me and my mom were talking, we came up with the idea to do cupcake decorating classes. And then with every person that joins and registers for a class, they will be adopting a homeless child so they can have the experience of a cupcake class.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that makes my heart warm. And it's an amazing thing that you're doing to try and put in your effort to help end homelessness, because that is an amazing thing and unfortunately a big problem in today's society. So that is really amazing. And I applaud you for that. Okay, so now anybody who has a question about the business, about the flavors, about the food, please feel free. I will look at the comment section of our YouTube and Facebook Live right now to see any questions that people have. Okay. So one question is, what city are you based in? Do you ship?
So I am based in St. Louis and I do not ship yet. For me to ship, I would have to get my EIN number and I have not gotten that yet. So I would have to get that sorted out for me to be able to ship. But when I do, me and my mom are already figuring out like how to package. So when I do get that, I'll automatically be ready to ship.
Okay. The next one is, what is your favorite cookie to bake and eat? You have to choose one. That's a bit demanding. But
Actually, that's quite easy because cookies are my best seller. So because I make them so much, I don't know how it really works, but I can smell it. And then when we first started, I used to eat them all the time to like taste test. So I kind of got burnt out on the taste of my cookies. A lot of people find that really strange because they're so good, people think. But I don't really eat my cookies. But my latest flavor is cookies and cream, and that is the one flavor that I will eat other than my double chocolate sea salt caramel.
okay, that, like, when I'm telling you, my mouth is watering so much because that sounds really good. Okay, another question that I have is, do you do all the baking yourself or do you have employees?
I do not have employees yet. So I do most of the baking. I do the baking by myself, but my mom does put the cookies in the oven for me. Like, so I'll bake the batter maybe on like a Sunday, because I make extra. So I'll make the batter on like over the weekend, and then if I ever get a order like during the week, my mom will just put it in the oven and we'll drop it off.
All right. And another question is it difficult to manage school and a business? And how do you do it all?
So basically that's why we do it the way we do. So because at first we were only taking orders on weekends because of school. But when my clientele started getting bigger and bigger, I started making extra batter on the weekends. So if a person ordered during the week, my mom would just put it in the oven while I'm doing homework, and then we'd go and drop it off and come back.
Okay. So I'm sorry if I was not able to get to everybody's questions. I actually want to get into a fun game that we will be playing. So I'm sorry if I wasn't able to get to anyone else's questions, and I will let you guys know if there are any more questions that you guys have. Then afterwards, I could maybe digital message or email Tamia, and she can let me know the answer if you guys want to know. So now we're going to get into our little game. So it's going to be kind of like guess the food or meal type of thing. So I actually had some members of my little production team come up with some fun questions and statements that would kind of describe a certain food or treat or meal. And we have to guess it based off of the 5 descriptions that were given on these cards. And then afterwards, I'm going to probably have my mom run in and give me the answer key to see if we were able to get any of these right. So I think that it will end up being really fun. So I am going to look at the first question. You ready? Okay. The first one is you bake it, you drink out of it. It's the perfect dozen. I mean combination.
This reminds me of something from one of my interviews. A few months after I started, I was flown to Miami. And I was interviewed with another baker down there. And we made this thing called a cupcake milkshake. So it's like a milkshake and a cupcake on top with a straw through the cupcake. And you drink the milkshake and then eat the cupcake.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's it.
I have no idea what this is because I feel like when it says it's the perfect dozen, it could be that's in a dozen. So maybe like a dozen of cookies or like a dozen of cupcakes or a dozen of donuts, but you don't exactly drink out of it, but you're supposed to bake it. That's a very confusing one. I definitely, I think we can go with cupcake milkshake because you do drink out of it and you do bake it.
Technically.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we can go with that. Oh my gosh, I really hope we. Oh, okay. I have some questions about that one. So the second one is a cow was sacrificed for this meat. An American sandwich, and Jughead loves it with a milkshake. I know this one because I love Riverdale. And the last one just kind of, I think it's a cheeseburger.
I was going to say, I think it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah, especially like a cow was sacrificed, an American sandwich. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a cheeseburger. And if it says I'm going to be upset because I know I watch Riverdale and he only eats cheeseburgers. So I know that. Okay. The next one is ocean water. Stand and ride the wave. The floor of a football field.
Can we do it again?
Ocean water. Stand and ride the wave. Floor of a football field. Whatever is on the floor of a football field, can you eat that? Ooh.
Ocean water.
Water. Okay, that's salt water. Maybe it has something to do with like salt, maybe. Stand and ride the wave.
I feel like this is like a play on words.
Yeah.
Or something.
feel like this is a major play on words, and I'm never good at these. Okay. The floor of a football field.
I'm trying to think. Grass, paint.
Yeah. So maybe it's like grass fed something. Like whatever this is, maybe like grass fed or something. I don't know.
And then when I think of ocean water, I think of like sea foam. And that could be a color like a seafoam green or something.
Yeah, so maybe it's like salty, a seafoam green color, and grass fed. This is so difficult. Okay, guys, in the comments, I want to see, can you guys roll out some ideas for us? Because this is something that can be difficult. So neither of us, like, we're kind of stuck on this one. So I'm going to see in the comments if anybody has any ideas of what this could be. Oh, one person said surf and turf.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even think about
it. It could be like a salad and then some seafood.
Yeah, and then the other person said grass. I don't know if you eat grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure surf and turf. And that's a really, I didn't even think about that. So yeah. Ocean water, stand and ride the wave, the floor of a football field. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we can say it's surf and turf. So thank you for that answer. And it really was helpful. Oh my gosh, we are doing this. Okay. For number 4, it says breakfast food mixed with butter, salt, or sugar.
What was the first thing? Mixed with what?
Mixed with butter. I'm trying to think of all breakfast. I can think of pancakes and waffles. I can think
waffles. Maybe toast.
Yeah, maybe toast or omelet maybe. I don't know. I don't eat omelet, so I don't know if anyone ever put sugar in them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Salt or
grits.
Grits. That's a good one. Yeah, I think that it's grits. Because you can put either one in them. And it is a breakfast food. And you can mix it with butter. But yeah. I think it's grits. Yeah, that was a good guess. That was a really good guess. Okay. Very last card. The very last one. Italian meatballs. Spin your fork to eat it.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. We sure got that one right. And if we don't, I mean, I'm going to be really disappointed.
I love spaghetti.
So I'm going to go over our answers again, what I think we said. So for number 1, we did a cupcake milkshake. We may possibly get that one. That is a really difficult one. And then the next answer that we said was a cheeseburger. Then we said a surf and turf. Then, it's so hard to draw these cards again. Then we said grits. And then we said spaghetti. So now I'm going to look at this answer key that my mom tiptoed in and brought to us. So number 1 is only a cupcake. I don't understand how do you drink out of a cupcake? Can you?
What do you drink out of a cupcake?
Well, maybe it could be like a cupcake that like is.
I guess maybe if it's filled.
Yeah, if it's a filled cupcake. I mean, I guess. Huh. Interesting. Okay, the second one is a hamburger. I knew that it was going to say hamburger instead. Rewind.
It's probably either going to be a hamburger or a cheeseburger because they're about the same thing. Yeah, just as cheese.
So, you know what? I'm going to give us some points for that because, you know, it could win either way.
I think we can get at least half a point for the first one because we said cupcake at least.
Yeah. So I feel like half a point, and we might as well get a full point for that second one. Might as well. Same thing.
Yeah.
3 is surf and turf. So we got that one. Yay. Okay. 2.5 points. The fourth one is for sure grit. So we got that one right. So now we have 3.5. And then 5 is spaghetti and meatballs. It's the same. Like we basically got it right. And it said meatballs on. So like, isn't it the same thing?
Yeah. But I haven't had spaghetti and meatballs in a long time. Usually I just have spaghetti with ground beef.
Yeah. So I'm
So
not.
I guess there is like a slight difference.
Yeah, there's a slight difference.
A little bit.
I haven't had meatballs in a long time either. We'll have like ground beef or like ground turkey. So we technically got 4 points because the meatballs is half. So
And then the cupcake.
cupcake is half. So we got 4 out of 5, guys. I mean, I think that's pretty. Yeah, and it's not like we got one full answer wrong. We just got half with work. I hope you guys enjoyed our little game, and it was really fun. And I really enjoyed having you on the show. It was so amazing.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So would you like to tell people before you go a little bit like where they can reach you, where they can find out more about your business?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Instagram and Facebook are Mia's Treats Delight. So MIASTREATSDELIGHT. And then Twitter is Mia the Kid Baker. Of course, my nickname Mia, MIA, and then the Kid Baker.
Yay! I'm so glad. Remember to go follow her on all of those social medias and see if you can buy some of her delicious treats, because I know I will be, because they sound so good, especially that cookies and cream one. I cannot wait to try it. So thank you so much for joining us, and I was really happy to have you on the show, and I hope everyone was able to learn a little thing or two about entrepreneurship from you.
Thank you.
All right, I will talk to you later. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I hope that you guys all enjoyed that. I know that I did that game. You know what? I feel like we were rigged a little bit, only a little bit, but I feel like we were rigged with that hamburger question. So I'm gonna need to talk to a member of my production team about that question. So once again, thank you guys so much for tuning into the very 5th episode. And next week is gonna be just as fun. I cannot believe we're already at 5 weeks for this show. Like what? It's crazy. And we get more and more viewers every week. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and make sure to watch some of our past episodes. It means a lot. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode of Tweendom next week, and make sure to come back and watch some of our other episodes. I could not get the words out of my mouth. Okay, yeah. I will see you guys later in our next video. All right, bye. Mwah.